Hello, hello! Today I'm going to show you guys how to customize the Cocricot texture pack. Grab your Cocricot or your texture pack, resource pack, wherever. We're going to search percent app data percent, and we're going to go into this folder, and this is where you're going to find your resource packs that you're already using if you don't have it, downloaded wherever else. Or if you want to download it fresh and then edit it like that, feel free. So then we're going to go down to resource packs. You're going to find the resource pack that you want to edit. So for me, it's Cocricot. I copied it, and you're not going to take the original one because, you can, but it's safer to keep the original how it is. You can always go back and revert to it if you mess something up. I would copy this and paste a new one onto your desktop. What you're going to do now is you're actually going to extract it. So we'll do extract all to the desktop. You can see that it sends it right there. We're going to click extract. It's going to take a little bit because there is a lot of stuff in the Cocricot texture. Here you can see 28,000. Alright, it looks like our file loaded. I'm going to close this just so you can see what it looks like. It has flown across my screen. Sometimes on the desktop it's going to fly it somewhere, so if yours is messy like mine, good luck. So we got the folder. So we're going to open up our original folder. Now, you're going to see assets, pack. Okay, we're going to go into assets. We're going to go into Minecraft. The reason we're going to go into Minecraft is because you're changing the Minecraft block itself. So if you go back and you see Cocricot mod, these are only the blocks and items that Cocricot has added separate as a separate entity and block item or block ID than Minecraft. So you have grass block, let's say they made a grass block as well, but you go into the game, you have two different options of grass blocks, okay? That means Cocricot had made their own version of a grass block. But if you go into the game and you see, okay, there's a piece of glass, yes, Cocricot changed the texture of it, but they did not make their own glass block. Therefore, they just overrid the texture of the original Minecraft asset. So we're going to ignore the Cocricot mod side. And if you want to change Cocricot textures, 100% you can do that. We're going to go back, we're going to go to Minecraft. So what we're going to start with is we're going to go into textures. We're going to click blocks. So as you can see all of the textures that are in here. For me, this is going to look like this. I changed my blocks. And how I did that is I went to my percent app data percent, and where you have your resource packs. If you kept this folder open, we're going to keep from here. If not, open it back up. We're going to do .minecraft now. We'll go back into the folder, and we're going to actually go to versions. Okay, you're going to click versions. Now, wherever version you're updating this for or customizing, you're going to click that because that has the original vanilla texture. All right, so for me, I'm using 1.12.2. Now you're going to see a .jar. We're going to right-click this, and we're going to open this with a archiver, whatever you have. 7-zip, WinRAR, it doesn't matter. They're usually free. WinRAR is free, so go ahead and give that a download if you don't have it. And now you can see we have all this junk. You can close off if it says to buy WinRAR. It says that. All this junk on here. Don't get overwhelmed. Don't worry. We're just going to click assets. We're going to click Minecraft, we're going to click textures, then we're going to go down and we're going to click blocks, okay? So here, we're going to have a whole list full of blocks. What I like to do to make it a little bit easier for viewing purposes is we're going to find exactly what you want. We'll do the diamond block. What you can do to search, by the way, is if you're in this, click in an empty space and start typing the word. It will automatically take you to it. So diamond, cool, we got diamond. You're going to copy the file, copy file to clipboard. We're going to minimize this. I like to make a folder on my desktop, and you're going to label it exactly what this is. Vanilla diamond block, whatever you want to name it. It's just easier for organization. As you can see, I've already done this. So we're going to go in, we have vanilla diamond block. I'm going to paste in the vanilla diamond block. One thing that if you have a whole bunch of textures you're changing at once, like this clay, you're going to notice I have all of the icons already showed up for me, so it's easier to spot the color instead of reading a bunch of different names. So how to do that, if you don't already know, right click, view, large icons, extra large icons, whatever you want. That way you can see the color of what you're editing. What I like to do now is my system is usually I minimize this screen as small as I can make it so I can put it in the corner. We're going to minimize this versions because we don't need that anymore. And we're going to go back into our Cocricot. We have Cocricot, we were in assets, we were in Minecraft, and then we were in textures, and we were in blocks. Now we're going to go and we're going to find the diamond block, which I will be typing it in. Here we have the diamond block. Okay, we're going to open up another tab. We're going to go to assets. We're going to go to Minecraft. We're going to go to textures. We're going to go to blocks. Cool, now we have two of the same tabs open, okay? I'm going to make this one very small just so that I can fit all three of my tabs in the same spot. So now I got one tab open with textures blocks, one tab open, textures blocks, one with the block I have that I'm using to change the original. Why I did this is this one right here, this is the one that we're going to drag the final file in to override the texture. This file right here we would use if you have a whole bunch of textures. Like for me, when I was doing clay, it is very hard to find the clay. Or even glass. I'll show you glass. Type in glass. There's just so many pieces in here. And every time I edited it, some reason it would just refresh it back to the start, and I'd have to retype it every time. In order to fix that, you can just specifically search your block. So I typed in glass, I have it in the search, alright, cool. And then you could edit it and change it from there. So that kind of helps you if you have a whole bunch of blocks. Right now it doesn't really matter for us because I'm just doing the diamond block. I'm going to type in diamond. Cool, now we have diamond block. I'm going to take my original diamond block, the vanilla version, right here in the bottom right. We're going to copy it. We're going to paste it to the desktop. You got to find it. Sometimes it flies it around. For me, it puts it in the corner. I right-click the Cocricot texture. I click rename. I copy its name. I don't actually rename the Cocricot texture. I'm just taking its name because now we're going to take the vanilla. We're going to rename the vanilla. We're going to click paste. And now you can see that the diamond block has the same name convention as the Cocricot block did. So what this is going to change is we're going to actually grab this block now, we're going to take it into here, and it's going to say the destination already has a file name, diamond_block, replace, skip, compare. This is great. That means it's working. You want to replace the original texture because you don't want a whole bunch of random different textures competing with one another. It's going to get confusing. Minecraft's not going to know what to click. We're going to do replace. So what this does, as you can see now, in the actual Cocricot texture, is that it just replaced the texture block that I had used. One last thing to edit, there are some blocks that it will not work for, and that's if they have multiple variations. What do I mean by that? I just grabbed this light blue window, right? So you place it. Okay, cool. The texture is just like this. It's all by itself, but I placed one on top of it. Well, it just changed the texture now because I just stacked it, okay? And you want to stack another one? Okay, cool. Change the texture again. It just means that there's multiple variations of a block, different states of the block. So as you can see, some blocks don't have it. It depends on what you've got going on. Like Optifine typically does do that with glass as well. Like it does a large open glass and it doesn't show the lines in between. So glass was something I had to go in here, search, and then I had to come in here and individually change not only the Minecraft textures, but also the CTM textures in this folder. I did it the lazy way just to change it fast, and I literally just grabbed the same exact Minecraft texture and I just renamed it with the Cocricot texture. As you can see, it says lime 0, lime 1, lime 2, lime 3. I just did that over and over. If you want, you can change the block states yourself with different textures. I didn't do it. It was a fast fix for me. I probably will later. So I'll show you real quick how to get to that file spot and how to do it yourself. Go back into Cocricot. Now we're going to go to Assets, now Minecraft. You're going to see something called MC Patcher. Basically, this is what's going to override the vanilla Minecraft textures. So we're going to go to CTM. We're going to go and we're going to search again in CTM. This is not the same thing as Minecraft textures and blocks. We're in Minecraft, MC Patcher, then CTM. So basically, while you're in the CTM, that's when you're going to be changing all the different variations of that same type of block. Like I said, for the glass, there's different types of glass textures because when you place 3 blocks alongside each other, it changes the texture to expand the glass and removes the panes in the middle. So that's how it kind of works for different types of textures. So if you notice that, oh, my texture didn't work when I changed it in the regular texture Minecraft spot, this is the fix for you. You have to override all of them. Alright, cool. So now we got that working. We've changed Minecraft's texture. If you had to, you changed the CTM. You overrode that. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to open up the Cocricot folder that you just edited in. We're going to grab all 3 of these things. Assets, pack. We're going to right-click. We're going to click compress to a zip file. It's going to take a little bit to load. While we let that load, we're going to open up our Minecraft resource pack file. %app data %. Minecraft resource packs, and this is the current active resource pack. Now we're going to go where we just saved our new zipped file, and we're going to call this, I don't know, whatever you want to name it. Is what's going to show up when you're trying to load it into the game. I'm going to name it Diamond New. What I'm going to do now is I have my resource pack folder. I'm going to grab the file I just made and drag it over to the resource pack folder. Now I'm going to go into my game. The nice thing about this with the resource packs is if you put it in the folder the right way, by the way, don't put any capitalization, don't put any spaces in between the words, and it will work. If it doesn't show up, you did your naming convention wrong for the file. But the nice thing is, if I do escape, we go to options, we go to resource packs, you are going to see that boom, it showed up right away. I did not have to reset the game, it didn't have to restart anything or relaunch, it's already there. So I'm going to take my old Cocricot selected resource pack. It's important that you click this back arrow to get rid of it because we don't want two competing textures. And then we're going to grab this arrow, bring in diamond new. We're going to click done. It's going to take a second to load. Obviously, there's a lot of textures in there. The grand reveal, as you can see, it changed the block ID and we're going to place it and it overrode the texture, but we're still in Cocricot because you could take a look at all these other textures that are still the same. We're going to test my terracotta, which I changed to, and it looks like it worked. So yeah, that is how you can change your textures and customize already made textures for somebody else to perfectly curate it to exactly how you want it to be in your Minecraft game. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, leave a like. Comment any other tutorial you'd like me to do. If it's something I don't know, I'm sure I'll figure it out and try and help you guys out with that as well. Subscribe, and thank you so much for being here and watching. See ya.